Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicianyelle. I am so glad that you're here, and today we're gonna do this radiant skin-like makeup look. So let's get into it. So let's get started. So today I think I want to start on the brows and the eyes. So we got the hair clipped out of the way. We're gonna use the Embryolisse Cream right here as a mask to moisturize the face. And we're gonna let this sit while we do brows and stuff. And this is like a primer hybrid. We're just gonna slightly rub it in. Okay, and that will just soak into the skin over the next couple of minutes. We want the brows to be sculpted but not really too harsh. So we're gonna take the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Chocolate Mousse. And we're just gonna fill in what we don't have. I don't really wanna change the shape. I just wanna focus on the areas that are a little more sparse. I don't know where I'm sparse. A little more sparse. Okay, now that we have the brows all nice and filled in, we're gonna take a little bit of the Makeup by Mario concealer in the shade 420, and we're just gonna clean up under the brows, and this is going to help us start our eyeshadow look. Okay, we're gonna bring a little bit of that concealer onto the lid and in between the brows, just to clean things up a little bit. And then we'll use the remainder for the top of the brows. Next, we're gonna take a little bit of the MAC Paint Pot, and this is going directly on the lid. This is an eyeshadow base. It helps with creasing. And this is going all over the lid, and we're just tapping this in. And this is gonna give us a nice, smooth eyeshadow look. So once you have that all blended out, you're gonna take the bronzer that you're gonna use. Today I'm using the Made by Mitchell bronzer. I'm gonna mix the shades Honestly Warm and Coffee Bean, and we are going to start to sculpt the eye with these two shades. And we're gonna start by tapping it on there. And then we're gonna start to blend once we get that color on there. And this is just gonna create a nice base for the rest of the eyeshadow that we're gonna do. I'm bringing it to the front of the brow as well to start that nose contour. And this is one of my favorite brushes ever. I'm so mad Morphe discontinued this brush. This is the E27 brush. This brush has been with me for so long, and I just love her. Next, we're gonna take a smaller shadow brush and the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 3 palette, and we're gonna take this brown shade here. This shade is called Essential, and we're gonna focus that on the outer portion of the eye, the outer V. So I'll dip in there. We're going to tap. Tap it into place. Get that pigment on there. And then we're going to start creating our shape, buffing it into the crease and out to the edge of the eye. I might add a little bit of this color in there. I think I want it a little warmer, so I'm taking this shade right here and adding it in that spot just to warm it up a little bit. Yeah. Once we have that all blended out, I'm gonna take this shade right here and we're gonna put that right in that inner corner. And we're just tapping it in with a fluffy brush that helps get everything blended together. Last thing we're gonna do is take some of this eyeliner from this palette right here. And just lightly line the eyes. So we cleaned up our liner with a little bit of micellar water and a cotton round and put on some lashes. Now we're just gonna rub the rest of that moisturizer in. It's had time to really soak into the skin. The skin is glowing and it's hydrated. So we're also gonna take a little bit of that paint pot to set our smile lines with, because I'm gonna use a very hydrating foundation today, which means that it's more likely to crease, and I don't want that to happen. So we're just gonna set that area right there. We're gonna take just a little bit of the Derma blend powder to set that paint pot in place. So today for foundation, we're gonna use the Patrick Ta foundation. I'm in the shade 19 Golden. This is one of my favorite foundations. The finish is just beautiful. It's a long wearing, hydrating foundation. I know that sounds crazy, but it really is. And we're just gonna take a sponge and tap this all over the face. And I didn't use any primer today because I really want to go for a minimal look in terms of the amount of layers of product that I'm using today. So we're just going with foundation. And we're not even using a ton of this today. Just enough to get the coverage that we need. Might need a little more on this side. Hold on. Maybe like a half a pump on this side. Work that into the sponge and then come directly on the face. For bronzer, we're gonna go in with the Made by Mitchell Curve Case. This is the medium one, and we're gonna use this shade right here, Toned Up. Just gonna scoop some of that out. And we're just gonna work from the back of the hand. This product is so creamy, so gorgeous. I'm gonna take the small side of my F4 from Mario brush and get a little bit on the back of my hand. And we're just gonna go in the hollows of the cheek, just tapping that product in. And then we're gonna follow the hairline. And I really like this shade. I have the deep curve case, but I felt like some of those shades were just a little too deep for like my natural looking makeup looks. So I'm really happy that I picked up the medium one. And this gives me a nice, just sun-kissed glow. And then we hit the chin. And then we're gonna take the Patrick Ta, Then we're gonna take the Patrick Ta nose brush, get a little bit of that off the back of the hand, and finish the nose contour. We started it a little bit with the shadow, but we just wanna finish it up with this brush right here. Yeah, and we'll clean up the edges with the sponge. For blush, we're also dipping into this card case. We're gonna use the shade Peach Sugar. Let me clean off that spatula. And we're also gonna work from the back of the hand with this. We're gonna take this Real Techniques 242 brush and just apply that on the cheek. How pretty is that color? Just tapping it in place. Go to the other side. And I'm also bringing it under the eye a little bit, just so that we can get that blushy under eye look. For concealer today, we're gonna use Flax from Hourglass, and we're just gonna put that right in the inner corner. And a little bit on the outer corner of the eye. We're gonna go down the nose, a little bit in between the brows, on the chin, and a little bit above the lip. So we're not using a ton of concealer today because, like I said, I want to keep it really minimum with the layering and the amount of product that we're using today. So this will do just good. We're just going to take that sponge and start working that concealer into the skin. Yeah, it's looking really good. I'm so excited about this. The complexion is looking buttery. It's just looking really good. Bringing some warmth to the center of the face. Then we're gonna just tap out the other side. Oh my goodness, look at the skin, look at the skin, look at the skin. And then my hair always gets caught in the makeup, which is so annoying. Okay, let's come down the bridge of the nose. And then clean it up. Beautiful. Tap that out. Then we're gonna come under the eyes. And make sure to cut that liner even more than we did before, just like that. And I'm using a sponge today just because I feel like it's a little more delicate than a brush. Yeah, this looks so good. I'm just gonna soften those edges a little bit right here on the end. Just soften those up just a little bit. We still want the snatch, but not like a major snatch. Beautiful. Okay. Now we're gonna go in and we're gonna set. We're gonna set with Huda Beauty. So I am going to get a little bit on the back of the sponge. I'm gonna tap off some excess in my hand like that. We're gonna come around to the other side. Make sure that all the concealer is smoothed out. And then we're just gonna tap that powder in. And this is Peach Pie, if I didn't say what it was. Beautiful, every single time, beautiful. Whether you're using a sponge, a powder puff, just beautiful. Okay, let's do the other side. Tap off the excess. Flip it over, tap out those creases, and then we're gonna go in and just lightly set. Now we're gonna set the other areas that we highlighted. And we're just setting everything with a sponge. And the sponge is still gonna help us maintain that little bit of luminosity. It's not gonna mattify everything completely. Voila, look at the complexion. So for bronzer, we're going back in with the Made by Mitchell palette, and we are going to mix those two shades, Honestly Warm and Coffee Bean, to get a beautiful bronzed shade. And we just want to set that bronzer too. I do want to set the rest of the face with just a little bit of powder. I'm going to take a little bit of the Derma blend and just set some of those areas. We're going to take that same brush for blush and go into the Haus Labs Pomelo Peach and just blush up the face. The more blush, the better. Yes. And a lot of you asked me what brush this was. This is the Morphe M202 blush brush. It's perfect for blush. It just fits right in that little hollow, or it's not a hollow, but it just fits right on the cheek, and love it. Love it, love it, love it. I'm just gonna tap over that blush. Okay, voila. And then we're gonna set the face with a little bit of the Makeup by Mario. I went in and added a little bit of liner to the bottom of the eyes just to close the eyes up a little bit. And now we're gonna do the lips with Chestnut from MAC. There we go. And we're actually going to use a bullet lipstick today. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade Cover Star. And we'll see if I can do this without using a lip gloss. We'll see. Oops, I'm just knocking stuff down. Okay, I want to clean up the lips just a little more. And then we'll be done. So this is the finished look. I really love how radiant and skin-like the finish of the makeup is. Like I said, I wanted to keep the product layering to a minimum and the amount of product that I use to a minimum. But I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Let me know, are you a glowing skin type of person? Or are you a matte makeup look type of person in the comments below? As always, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Alicianyelle. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.